I recently in a video spoken about like being men of our word. And a lot of people when they hear that, they think of like, if I tell you I'm gonna do something, I do it. But nobody thinks about being a man of your word for yourself. If I tell myself I'm gonna do something, then I do it. The biggest challenge with that, and the one that I can repeat daily, is fitness. If I tell myself I'm gonna go on a run at 5 a.m., do I actually do it? And if I do, it makes it easier to do it the next time because my body understands, all right, well, nagging him into not doing it is not gonna work. We have to figure out another way to mitigate the pain. The Oikos, like yogurt, 17 grams of protein, plus a scoop of protein powder is like 25 more grams of protein. And then, don't get me started, the Kodiak cookie butter granola, 17 more grams of protein. And then I just have like 17 serving sizes in one. It's like, well, I've hit my protein goal for the week. I'm like Buddy the Elf with my syrup. I put it on a lot of stuff. I put too much of it on. My pursuit of fitness now, I feel like is much different than how it started. It was something I was good at. Something that finally it was like, this is what Tyson's good at. But I was like really insecure. Cause like I noticed that other people were like bigger or they're better at sports. That's the currency of coolness as a little kid. I was a tryhard, so I would run fast and I'd get that like snow cone catch in the outfield or whatever, but couldn't hit the ball. I could not field the ball. I like wasn't very good at it. So as soon as I found fitness, I was good at it like pretty much right away. And that's when I was like, holy smokes. Everyone in the gym thinks I'm cool. People like me here. I was like, this is cool. I'm good at this. That's where I noticed like people wanted to be my friend. People wanted to like work out with me. People wanted to kind of see what I was doing. Like I have a place. Like this is my place. And I think that's what really sparked kind of the mania of it. It just kind of compounded. It was like the more obsessed I got with it, the better I got, the more people thought I was cool for doing it. And the more people who thought I was cool for doing it, the more obsessed I got with it. So the more I did it. And it was just this huge upward cycle, like spiral that happened, I feel like really fast. I got humbled hard when I joined the Marine Corps. It was because I signed up with a recon contract, the kind of entry-level special operations of the Marine Corps. And fitness is the only place I'd ever excelled every time. Like I'd never tried something in fitness that I didn't get. And then I went and I tried this, but it was a community of those people. Like it was all of the Tysons from across America. And now it's like, who's the best version of that? So it was the first time where I noticed I was fatiguing as the standards were getting higher and I was getting worse and worse while other people were still getting better. And it started to freak me out so bad. I really didn't know how to suffer. All of this fitness stuff was at my own pace, stuff I wanted to do. I'd never gone internal, which is like what we call it. So that was freaking me out. Then it was like, people are beating me at my thing. I was like, what is happening right now? So then I lost like a lot of the identity that came with that. And then that eventually led me quitting the course. And I'm telling you, my whole worth as a man was like completely tied to that. And it broke me down bad. It was like, yeah, I'm nothing. That's it. There's no hope for me. And then it was just like the gradual like building up from that and being like, oh, okay, that's not true. Still a good guy. I just failed something. Everybody does. And then there's a swim course in the Marine Corps called McQuist. And that is like 3 weeks of just getting hazed in the pool all day long. So I was like, this is harder. If I can pass this, I can prove to myself that even though I stumbled at one point or I failed, well, did I really fail? Like I didn't die. I can still keep trying and keep progressing. And that's what I did. I kept trying, kept progressing, and then I did the course. And that was the most stressed out I've ever been. Because it was like, if I fail this, I was right. I was right. I can't overcome anything. I passed it. It just kind of helped me see that like the bell doesn't ring until you die. Like the bell hasn't rang. Like just because you fell or you got knocked down does not mean that the fight's over, that you lost. All right, we can take our losses, we can take our L's, but it doesn't mean that we lost the fight. It doesn't mean we lost the game. Whereas now I've noticed that either through my runs or just time alone in the gym, like with my headphones on, is where I do the most of like figuring me out. Who I am, who I want to be, how to handle pain, how to handle stress. So now I find it to be much more of just my fitness abilities and like my physique and everything to be just kind of a physical manifestation of how I'm doing or who I am really. So there's a point in the sets usually mostly for legs, where I'm just like in despair. So it's like, please start failing reps. Please stop being this good at what you're doing. It hurts so bad. Hate running. I don't like it at all. But I just tied it to something deeper than getting better at running. Give your fitness a why, a very strong why. That's much more than just getting stronger, getting bigger, getting faster. You know, start to zip out of bed a little easier in the morning. I'm not running anymore to get faster at running. I'm running every single morning, or I'm running every single day, or I'm sticking to exactly what my training plan says because I need to show somebody that I'm consistent. So y'all, this morning we had quite the bump in the road, literally. Somebody decided that they were gonna pull out of an intersection with their fucking eyes closed, I guess, and they just ran right into my car. And their whole excuse was, yeah, I didn't see you. Excuse me? And if you've been following along like on Instagram and stuff, you probably know that a big part of how I've been trying to like rebuild myself is through like suppression of my anger, being able to let things go. Like on this run, both feet went numb. This one went numb first, so I started running kind of weird, it felt like. And then it all started to creep up my leg. And I had the option to stop. I had the option to stop feeling that like pain or suffering, but it's the ability to like work through it and be able to like separate your mind, your body, and yourself and be like, all right, my body wants to stop. That sucks. My mind wants to stop. Okay, that sucks. I'm not gonna though. So it's like the more you can learn to put uncomfortable situations in your own way and be able to deal with them in a pretty low cost environment, right? Like if I decided to stop running, that would be different than if I like hit the guy for giving me a dumb answer for hitting my car. It really does make those situations where it is a little bit more high cost and it is a little bit more like you're stuck in it, you can't really get out of it. It makes them a lot easier. And I was very proud of myself today, the way I handled that, because that is absolutely not how a past version of myself would have handled that. And I really do attribute all of that to fitness. What I'm really trying to use it for is to kind of evangelize fitness, if you will, and show other people that it really is like a good outlet for a lot of stuff. One dude comes up and is like, oh, stupid selfish pursuit. And then I get 10 DMs a day being like, dude, that video you said really spoke to me, thank you. I don't really care what the first guy said. It's like, I know for a fact that me getting as good at this job as possible is helping other people. I know that what I'm doing is helping people. Because I really do think that fitness can save you if you're really down and out like that. Like, not to mention just the literal like endorphins and chemicals that get released in your brain that would make you cheer up a bit, but some sense of a purpose like that. Mentality I learned from the Marine Corps of like, you don't get to have this job and not be the best at it. I hate the word influencer, but if that's what I'm gonna be, I'm gonna be the best one ever. Like, I'm gonna be the fastest, the strongest, the biggest. Like, it's my job to do it. So how could I ever justify not being the best at it? Methodology for how I go about it perfect, because that's gonna be forever. But I always wanna keep the same intensity of like, no, doesn't matter, I'm doing the thing. Eventually I want the thing plugged in to be like my family one